As the internet becomes more and more prevalent in our lives, efforts are being made to help our children make smart and safe choices online.
Today, Google reps met with Council Bluffs middle schoolers to help them do just that. 6 News' Marla Lundak has more.
So to say it simply, be mindful about what you share and who you share it with.
Friday morning, students at Wilson Middle School in Council Bluffs got a lesson from Google.
And just like with so many other things in life, there are some great ways to use the internet and there are some not so great ways to use the internet.
That lesson, how to be safe and smart while using the internet. Topics range from how quickly information can spread online to setting passwords and understanding browser settings.
Good habits are always born up front.
Iowa State Senator Dan Dawson sat in on Friday's assembly and stressed the importance of internet safety, especially for kids.
When we were growing up, we didn't have these kinds of issues, but now one photo can get sent to 100 kids within a matter of minutes. It could be an embarrassing photo, and that can, ruin a kid's life one way or the other. So whether it be securing our phones, thinking about what we're sending, and having good, strong passwords, those are all things that help keep our kids safe. It'll be great, intangible lessons for down the road too as we grow to be adults.
Students learned about and answered questions on how to avoid phishing scams.
The answer is true.
And to tell a parent or teacher when something online doesn't seem right. But most importantly,
There are a lot of opportunities to respond, message, and comment, so why not be positive?
students were reminded to be kind.
There are a lot of quick ways to spread positivity and inspire others to make the internet a kinder place.
Because online, you are what you share. On your site in Council Bluffs, Marlo Lundak, 6 News.